Opening our program today is Dr. Kevin Miller with EP True Chiropractic. They are driven to educate people about the power of chiropractic and empower them to live longer, healthier lives. Dr. Miller has a personal experience recently losing a colleague to suicide. In the Des Moines, Iowa area, you can and may well want to contact him for his services.
I just want to say thank you for everybody out there serving. We just went through Veterans Day, and all the veterans out there that have served, thank you for giving us the freedoms that we do have. We owe you everything. And just with the suicide prevention coming home, the 22 has been a common number that military veterans are committing suicide at 22 per day, and that's not right. We need to support the veterans so that doesn't happen anymore. And I believe the way I practice in my clinic, I'm a wellness family chiropractic clinic, and it's all about the body here. We have to treat our body as the temple, and it's the best investment that you can make into your body. But when the veterans come home, they lose their mission. And when we talk about in our office is 5 essentials. So your mindset, what do you put it in your mouth, what's your nutrition, how much you exercise, detoxification, and then the last thing is the spine and the nervous system, the thing that controls everything in your body. So you have to do all 5 components of that to live a healthy life, but it starts right here in that mindset. And just to share some stories, suicide has impacted myself directly. Growing up, I had a teammate that committed suicide, some friends way back in high school that had committed suicide. But also through the years, another friend of mine committed suicide after he lost his marriage. My brother's best friend just last year took his own life, and then I had a colleague that just in the last couple months that took his own life. So this hits home with me a lot, and it is about, number one, about the mindset and what's going on up here in the brain, that mental health. So you can either be stinking thinking or positive thinking. Which one are you? And you have to be in that positive thinking mode all the time. And if you do get in I call it stinking thinking, in a mindset where it goes down into that mental health arena, you have to get help. You have to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. That is one thing that people don't want to do. And men, soldiers typically when they come home from the military, they are on a mission. That's what they've been trained to do, is go on missions. And then they don't have that when they get home and they get into civilian life. They don't know what to do. And in these times with the crazy world of social media, you get into comparatitis, and then they don't know what to do. So having a mission to do. I'm a big fan of Jocko podcast. I listen to him. He's an ex-Navy SEAL that has thousands and thousands of followers, and he talks about leadership, but he also talks about that mission that soldiers need when they get home. They have to have something to strive for. It might be just waking up in the morning to be able to go to their job every day, or maybe it's just to get out of bed, and that's their mission. Maybe it is to run for office. Maybe it's to lead their business. Maybe it's to be the best dad that they can, but they need to have a mission and have something set out and a clear plan for them, because that's what their whole life has been, serving in the military. Secondly is nutrition. So when we talk about food, you have to put good food in your body. That is one of the most important things. You can't drink Mountain Dew and Twinkies all day long and expect super health to come out, especially mental health, but also the physiology inside your body. You have to have good carbohydrates, good fats, and good proteins that go in. Eat natural foods. If you're eating boxed foods and processed foods all the time and fast food, you are not going to get the best nutrition for your body to function at your optimal health. That's just the way it is. You have to feed your body really, really good. And it starts in the gut. Gut health is so important. There's a lot of research on microbiome, which means all the little bacteria in your gut, how important it is. And I'm going to talk about 2 hormones from food processing that actually happens down in your gut, but are used up in your brain. And the first one is serotonin. When the gut bacteria gets destroyed in your gut through nutrition or alcohol or chemicals that you're putting in your body, that bacteria can get destroyed, and the bacteria actually helps the process of making serotonin. 95% is made down here in your gut, but used up here in your brain. And the microbiome research is saying that the gut, well, it is your second brain because it has a separate nervous system called the enteric nervous system that connects to the brain via the vagus nerve. So everything's connected in your body. But if you've heard the saying the gut feeling, that's true. It is very true because that's where everything starts, is in your gut, in that enteric nervous system. And then it's a feedback loop up to your brain via that vagus nerve. But if you don't have the right amount of microbiome or gut bacteria, that serotonin levels, the production is going to be decreased. And everybody knows the serotonin is your happy hormone. You have to have that high levels of serotonin to use in your brain. The other one is the dopamine. Dopamine is 50% made in your gut and used in your brain. Again, those gut health, the gut bacteria are so important for that function in your brain. I can't stress enough, good fats are so important. Every cell in your body has a cell wall around it that is made of fat. And if you don't have good fats in your body, those cells can't transport the nutrients in and let the waste out, and it just gets blocked in there. So make sure you're eating good fats, whether it's raw nuts and seeds, good, healthy, lean meats, eggs, cook with coconut oil, olive oil at room temperature, put that on your salads. There's plant-based good fats, there's avocados, and good healthy meats that are very important. But also proteins, plant-based proteins and animal proteins are good. They're good for you. Proteins are the building blocks of life. You need to have a lot of protein in your diet. And then carbohydrates. Now everybody, we get sugar from all over the place. Try to avoid the sugar and get your carbohydrates from plants, from fruits and vegetables. Those are the best place to get those carbohydrates. It's not going in the grocery store or the gas station and picking up the chips and picking up the Mountain Dews. And I know that's so easy to do, but it's going to affect your health. It may not affect you today and get a diagnosis, but down the road, it is going to affect you. When you do have a bunch of the sugar, there's a hormone called insulin, which you all know. Insulin is for blood sugar, but there's so many other functions of insulin. When you do have insulin levels or spikes and you're going up and down like this, you have the Mountain Dew or coffee in the morning, and then you have to have the Mountain Dew at lunch, and then something at mid-afternoon. You're doing this all day long, those insulin spikes, those blood sugar levels, and that is not healthy. It's going to affect your liver, it's going to cause insulin resistance, and eventually move into diabetes. So get rid of the sugar, get rid of the carbohydrates as much as you can. So that's nutrition. The next one is exercise. Moving your body. You have to get the heart rate up. The most important muscle right there is your heart. Getting cardiovascular plus weights, and you can do body weights. You can, if you have access to weights to lift, and you can use everyday things too. It doesn't have to be extensive. You don't have to be like go to a pro trainer. With the internet now, you can go online and search different workouts. But exercise, there's so many health benefits to exercise, to get those hormones, also to help build those and stimulate those. Movement of a joint helps your nerves. It gives a positive feedback loop to your brain. So when we talk about that brain function and mental health, the best way to get good input into your brain is by moving your body. I don't care if it's just going for a walk 10 minutes a day, if that's where you need to start, or if you are into fitness and you're doing CrossFit workouts. Keep doing that stuff and keep exercising, because it's going to stimulate testosterone in males and females. It's going to give you that boost. It's going to burn fat more with testosterone boost. It's going to release endorphins and enkephalins, which are natural painkillers, instead of going to the medicine cabinet and reaching for the Tylenol and medications. Movement will do that for you. So exercise is super, super important. If you're just starting, just move. If you have to crawl across the room or do 2 push-ups a day to start, that's a great place. I encourage you all to keep moving, keep moving the body. There's so many health benefits to that. And then we get into detox, the toxicity in your body. So number one is not putting toxic things in your body, but also keeping the channels clean. So the detoxification channels in your body, one, going back to your gut, that's a detoxification channel. We all go to the bathroom. We have to do that. Our kidneys back here, urinating, getting rid of the excess fluid. When the toxins come out of the cells, they go in the bloodstream. Your kidney filters it, and it comes out through the urine. Your skin, why exercise is so important, because sweat's going to come out through the skin, and that's a detoxification. And then also breathing, keeping your lungs clear as possible, is going to help that detoxification channels. And I can't stress that enough. Detoxification things, how you get toxic. Again, it goes back to the food we eat. What are you putting in what are we drinking every day? Artificial sugars, alcohol. If you excessive every single day, a lot of times what men do when men get depressed, what do? They start drinking, and that's one of the worst things that you can do, because it just covers things up and extends the problem out instead of dealing with it head on. Sometimes you just got to deal with those head on and get help. Like I said earlier, it is okay to ask for help, but make sure that those detoxification channels are open all the time. You have healthy kidneys, a healthy gut, that you are going to the bathroom every day. Breathing is good. It is going to help the body stay healthy and longer, because the healthier the body is, the healthier the mind is. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the physical connection in your body, is the nervous system. And that's what I work with every single day. And that's your spine and nervous system, that connection from your brain down your spinal cord, and then all the nerves that go to every cell, tissue, organ, everything in your body. For my heart to beat, lungs to breathe, stomach to digest food, for you guys watching, your eyeballs to see this video right now, everything has to be connected. And if there's damage to the nervous system, things don't work right. If it's cut, that's a paralysis. And thank God we have great places to treat paralysis injuries. What I take care of is what I call subluxation. And that's a big word, and I'll break it down for you, but sub means less than. So those nerves in your body aren't cut, but they're irritated, they're pinched, they're choked off. Muscle spasms, one side gets really tight. When you have stress, what happens? Those shoulders go up into the ears, and that's going to affect your spine and how the nerves work. So sub means less than. Lux is light or energy. So how much energy is flowing in your body? You are directly responsible for how much energy you produce every day. You have that responsibility. If you wake up tired, you need to make a change to produce more energy. Every cell in your body has mitochondria that's going to produce energy and ATP to make you go every single day. And if you're not happy with your energy level, we got to work on it. And you can. The body can change. That's the amazing thing about the body. We can vandalize it so much, but it still can be healthy. Or it still runs after vandalization, but eventually it's going to break down. And I don't want that for you guys. I want the mind and the body to be one, and to wake up and have that energy every single morning. So lux is light, your energy, and ation is a condition of. So the definition of subluxation is a condition of less energy. And I want you more than, not less than. That's my goal with every patient that I see, is to increase their energy, increase their function, decrease their pain, so that they can go live their life and live their purpose. God put you on this planet for a purpose. And when you're down, when that mental state gets down and you come home from serving our country, you deserve to have a new purpose and to live and dream and find out what that purpose is. And that's what I want for you guys and women, so you can live that dream and that purpose. But you have to take care of your body, and you have to live those 5 essentials to be able to do that. So I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you, Kent, for having me in, and good luck with everything.